Good hard Tuesday practice, physical. Thought the defense did some really nice things. Thought they were sharp. Offense was okay. I got to get a little sharper, but still had a good day. But I got to get ready for Wake. Got to be ready to play. Wake does some different things. I mean, they always well coached, different things on offense. Did a lot of different formations, different blitzes on defense, and a lot of pressures and different things. In the past, they've always pressured us, and expecting that again. And got to be able to handle those things and still be balanced and do what we got to do. But got to be ready to mentally play, and it's always a game up there. Jim Grove does a great job with those guys. So, but not a bad day today. Good solid work day.
Do you have
No Brooks again?
No.
Any update?
Do you have to prepare any more, given that they have been shown a propensity to run a lot of trick plays and do kind of crazy stuff? Do you prepare anything with?
We do
punts?
that all the time. We prepare the same for all those teams all the time. We work on those things a lot and spend a lot of time in that area.
Who's mainly getting reps with the ones with Brooks being out?
Keelan's in there doing Keelan and Nate. Nate's back there when we go dime and nickel situation. He comes down and Keelan goes in.
Okay.
Like we did in the game.
Right.
Like we did in the game.
So there's a chance that you could have two true freshmen at safeties. I mean, two very good freshman safeties, but
They were the other night.
yeah.
You missed that the other night?
No,
you
no.
weren't paying attention?
Hey, I'm not worried.
No, they played the same way we did the other night.
Okay.
Yeah. That it? Okay.
No, I was going to ask you about Mario. He was obviously recruited for a 4-3 system. And now, how is he taken to being a defensive end that's not going to get a ton of numbers? You know what I mean? I mean, it seems
we
like
were
he's
a lot of
playing
4-3. We're as much 4-3 as we are 3-4.
Okay.
We're playing a ton of 4-3. I mean, he played almost a half more the other night 4-3.
Okay.
So those numbers he will. I mean, that's what he is, and he's going to have numbers and tackles.
But the defensive ends, they're not probably going to put up the same type, like Bjorn Werner numbers and Tank Carradine numbers. Or you think they can even in this system?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they can. But
Well, there goes my story.
But also those things there. I mean, we're not really that much different.
Right.
I mean, we're not that. We're more 4-3 than we are 3-4 right now. I mean, we do at times do that on different loads, but from that number. But we're not that much different.
When you're looking at incoming freshmen, you're out recruiting. Are you thinking more along the lines of a 3-4 system or a 4-3 system, or how much does that come into
just
play?
Different scenarios, different style of players. Try to get a little bit of everything. It's not that much different.
You're going to recruit any different on the defensive line? It seems like you got more guys who are maybe more versatile in playoffs.
You got to be 3s and 1s and 5s, and when you can do that, it makes a huge difference because it gives you some diversity in your game plan. When teams want to run or where their strength is, whether it's a tackle or tight end or guard. You know what I mean? Just like in the secondary, guys that can not only they just ain't defensive ends, they're not defensive tackles. They got to be able to do both. They got to be able to do both.
That also helps with injuries and depths because when you have a guy go down, you're not necessarily locked into one.
Exactly, the secondary, exactly right. You got to be versatile and be able to move and play different spots. It's huge. It's critical. You don't have enough numbers if you don't.
Incorporating true freshmen like you have, how big has that been in developing depth at this program?
That's critical. I mean, it allows you to know that you're a freshman and talented. And if you're talented enough, you're going to play. So let's recruits know that. But at the same time, you're saving those older guys for later in the year when they don't have to take as many reps in the game and play so much. And then when the injuries occur, you got guys that are ready to play. And how we practice and the things, I think it makes a difference in how we're able to develop these guys. It really does.
How big is that to be able to tell to a recruit, look, man, I got a safety that's a true freshman right now that can play. If you can play, you'll get on the field.
And I think we're playing about 14 or 15 of the guys this year we have since we've been here.
Right.
I mean, we mix them in and play them. And those guys are good players. They can learn. And they do a great job. And we practice them 2-a-days by splitting the team in half. It gives them the reps. And it's because all those guys, it's not ability, it's knowledge that allows them, and we get them enough reps to be able to do it.
When you talk to a recruit and their parents, that's obviously a legitimate concern on their part, is where do I fit on the depth chart?
Exactly right.
You've got all these seniors, but you
fit it, show it, and have history of showing it consistently.
When you talk about reloading instead of rebuilding, it seems like that's a big part of the
formula. It is, because whether a guy gets 10, 12 plays a game, okay, we don't think but man, that's a lot. When you add it up over 12 games, it's 100 and some plays. He's been on special teams. That's getting out there in the game and being able to function and do things and get confidence of the guys around you, and people have confidence in you, and it just grows and grows. Whether it's 6 plays, 5 plays, 10 plays, 12, it makes a huge difference in the big picture of things down the road.
Lamarcus talked last week about disguising the coverages pre-snap. Is that something they have a lot of Are they freelancing, or is that something that you guys are building?
No, we
in
do.
from
No,
the
we
get-
all do. I mean, you always got to try to. You always try to disguise and give different looks and be able to do it. And you got to be careful. You can also try to trick yourself. I mean, that sounds good, but at times you cannot trick yourself. But if you got guys that understand when the timing and the rhythm and when to get there, it's a big thing. And again, it's something to make the quarterback hold the ball a split second, make a hesitation, go to off a read. I mean, it's all about affecting the quarterback. You don't always have to affect him with rush.
Can you do that more as the young guys get more experience?
No doubt. No doubt.
Jimbo, you happy to go into a 14 playoff next year? Do you think that's the way it should be, or?
I don't know. Well, we can argue over who's 4 and 5. So who's 2 and 3. And if they go to 8, we argue over who's 8 and 9. If it goes to 16, we argue who's 16 and 17. I mean, I don't think it's going to end that. I mean, it's good. I don't think it's bad. I mean, it gets some kind of playoff. I mean, I still think you have the same issues about it. To me, it's critical how you pick them, and you don't have the same argument. I mean, you really are. I mean, that's never going away. I mean, when you pick 68, you're mad. Yeah, went 64, now went 66, now we're mad over that. Yeah. So, I mean, but it'll create some excitement. It'll be something new. The game, game's pretty special.
Did you during the offseason anything have a specific conversation or talk at all with Nick O'Leary about his style of play and who he could be and where he is, what he needs to do?
Not really. Just about, we always talk about the things you do well, things you do poorly, and what we think you need to do and how you need to do it. Where I see fits, how I think we can use him. I mean, we do that every semester, at the end of every semester. We have meetings with every player on the team. We go everything we think about them, what they let them evaluate themselves, we evaluate them, where we think they fit and how they fit consistently. Yeah, but we do that with every player.
It seems like him and Jameis have a pretty good rapport off and on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Has the off the field stuff kind of helped the way that they've connected on the field?
I don't think it hurts. It definitely doesn't hurt. I mean, you feel comfortable with the guy and confident in the guy. There's no doubt.